Alright, so now that we have all the inventor parts done for the candy dispenser, we need to put it together, which is called an assembly file. So the first one here is new part. The second one is new assembly. You can see three little cubes here stacked on top of each other. That means an assembly. So you put three parts together, really two or more parts. So we're going to click on new assembly. We'll let that load. Might take a minute. Alright, so now that that's loaded, we need to place the parts in this assembly that we want to put together. So the pieces that we made. So the first thing we're going to do is in the top left corner, you should have a icon that has a folder with a little component in it, a little cube. It says place component if you hover your mouse over it. If you do not have that, you need to click on the down arrow and choose place. Some of you might have place from Content Center, but you do not want that. You want place. So you're going to place two sides. So you should be in your H drive. You're going to place two sides. And if I scroll out a little bit, you're going to place one, and then two, and then I want you to place the candy slide. Same way. Place component, H drive, candy slide, and then open. Just place that in there. And then if you do not hit escape, and if you keep clicking, you're going to basically put more candy slides in there. So just hit the escape button on your keyboard, and then magnifying glass zooms out. Now I can just click on these and drag them because I want that in the middle. So I'm going to put them just like that. That's basically how I want those to go. So in order to put these together now is constraint. Alright, so basically that mates them together or joins them. So under type we have mate, angle, tangent, insert, and symmetry. So we're going to use mate, and then at the bottom here we want to be on mate. Do not choose flush. That'll be for later on. So we want to click on mate. I want to mate the right side of this side to the side of the candy slide, and then hit apply. And I want to do the same thing for this one. So I want that side inside of the left side to mate to the left side of the slide, and hit apply. So I basically said I want that face to be attached to the outside face of this slide, and then this inside face that I can't see right now, I'll rotate here. This face of the side, I wanted that attached to the outside of the slide. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to the home view. So the next step here is to go to flush. So right now these aren't even, this and this. Okay, so I'm going to click on the top of a side to the top of the slide. And the offset for this has to be a little bit more than 3/4, which is 0.75. So I'm going to do 0.875. Now look what happens when I type that in there. I don't want that going down. So if yours ends up coming down instead of going up 0.875, all you have to do is put a minus in front of the number, in front of the decimal, and then hit apply. So I'm going to do top of the slide, top of that side, 0.875. That time it did it okay, and hit apply. So now if I go to the right side of my cube, you'll notice that these are even. Okay, so if I go back to my home view, if I go to the top, let's say, now look, this one's not in line with that one, not in line with this. These should all be flush, so they should all be in a straight line. So what I'm going to do is go back to the home view and then rotate so I can see the back of these. So basically this back corner here, actually this might be better. Let's see. There we go. So I'm going to mate I apologize, not mate. I'm going to flush. You can see the difference. Mate just means two faces are going to just be attached together any random way, or edges. And then flush, you'll see that they're even across this front face here. So I want the back side of the side piece flush with the back side of the slide, and hit apply. And same thing, I want that flush with that, and hit apply, and then I can close this out. So this is all done now. You should be able to move it around, but it should not be separate pieces. It should all move as one assembly. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the I, which is your file, save as, make sure you're in your H drive, and then I'm going to save this as side assembly, and then save. And you've just completed your first assembly file.